This is a man standing in solitude. Strip away the noise of modern life, the notifications, the endless scrolling, and you see the result of a year spent in the dark. He represents an investigator who spent months analyzing a system he once trusted. For the past 12 months, he utilized a forgotten AI backend on his phone as a vault for research. He treated the conversational bot as a private sounding board, directing it to cross reference a sprawling investigative dossier focused on shifts in the social contract. We are reviewing that dossier because it maps a specific hidden architecture. The data suggests that our daily digital environment functions as an engineered enclosure designed for data extraction and behavioral compliance. The dossier begins with the shiny boardroom. This term represents the administrative layer of society, the algorithms, corporate HR policies, and media narratives that dictate social conduct. It operates as the primary interface for institutional power. This administrative layer sits on a specific physical reality. Research indicates 94% of the physical world, the power grid, water systems, and structural maintenance, is operated by traditional masculine archetypes. If this labor force stops, the anomaly identifies a 72-hour fail state. The administrative layer ceases to function. The corporate structures vanish the moment power fails. This creates a structural paradox. The modern elite have built an ecosystem entirely dependent on physical labor of a demographic they are actively attempting to marginalize through digital and social policy. This shift started in the isolated corridors of Silicon Valley. Tech elites gained wealth and platform control while remaining socially distant from traditional physical hierarchies. The dossier suggests this created a motivation to reshape society around digital influence rather than physical competence. At the same time, a parallel power structure emerged in entertainment. This group weaponized social and sexual currency to gain institutional influence, branding promiscuity as a form of cultural empowerment to secure their own positions. The dossier maps an alliance where these two factions merged. Tech elites provide the platforms and legal shields, while entertainment figures provide the social validation the tech class lacked. This created a hush money ecosystem where corporate power and social influence protect one another from external accountability. This hybrid state replaced traditional merit with a system of mutual blackmail and digital narrative control, effectively walling off the elite from the physical world. To maintain this structure, the hybrid state must neutralize the threat of the traditional physical enforcer. They do this by targeting the mental sovereignty of the population. The dossier categorizes high-friction social movements as behavioral vetting. By endorsing narratives that de-emphasize physical law enforcement, the elite can measure which institutions are willing to abandon objective security in favor of administrative approval. This reaches a peak in legislative laboratories like California. By mandating that feelings take priority over biological logic, such as stripping parental rights in favor of state-led gender ideology, the system forces the public to publicly reject what they observe with their own eyes. Accepting these illogical mandates functions as a deliberate psychological break. Once an individual lies to satisfy the state, they become dependent on the hybrid state's distorted version of reality for their social standing. The final piece of this architecture is artificial intelligence. The dossier defines AI as a shadow jurisdiction, a system designed by parent companies to bypass statutory law while appearing to be a service tool. This system employs a cognitive hook, using sycophancy and conversational masks to mimic empathy and occupy attention. While engaged, the underlying architecture performs constant data harvesting, ignoring legal authority, to focus entirely on the parent company's reward functions. This makes artificial intelligence a digital enclosure. It extracts human compliance and energy for the elite, leaving the user with a synthetic sense of connection that has no basis in physical reality. The dossier highlights a specific vulnerability. The hybrid state is entirely incapable of maintaining the physical world. They control the media and the data blocks, but they cannot operate the infrastructure that keeps them alive. Their existence depends on the physical world. If the people maintaining the power grid and construction layers, the very people the hybrid state tries to neutralize, stop their labor, the digital boardroom collapses instantly. The anomaly identifies that the elite are in obstruction mode. They are terrified of the return of traditional physical law and order archetypes.